and staff and friends of the university. There. And now we look forward to hearing in his own words President Wubah's reflections on his first year and his outlook for us as a university community for the coming year and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Daniel A. Wubah, 15th President of Millersville University.
Thank you, Provost Prabhu, for your kind introduction. This past year, we lost a member of our Morada family and in the Lancaster community. Dr. Rita Smith Waddell was an esteemed colleague and a popular community leader. She will be missed, and I would like us to pause for a moment of silence in her memory. Thank you. It is an honor for me to share with you the kickoff of the new academic year. Judith and I have been here for just over a year, and we remain confident in our decision to join this wonderful community. We look forward to hosting you at the Garden Supper immediately following this address. Many of you will remember when this event was known as the Fall Convocation. Last year, we called it the State of the University Address, but my staff advocated for a different name because they kept calling it the State of the Union Address. Because we want this time together to be unique to Millersville and to focus more directly on our Morada spirit, we agreed on a new name. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural State of the Ville Address. First, I want to express my appreciation to everyone who is here. Members of the Board of Governors, current and former trustees, faculty, staff, students, alumni, parents, friends, community leaders, and those online. Thank you for taking the time from your busy schedules to join us. A special thank you goes to Representative Mike Sterler, Mayor Richard Moriarty, and one of my favorite predecessors, Dr. Francine McNary, for being here with us this afternoon. To our faculty emeriti being honored today, thank you. We are indebted to you for the role you've played in the lives of our students. Congratulations on the well-deserved recognition, and I invite you to continue your relationship with our institution. I'm looking forward to seeing you on campus. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. On the opening day of the fall semester last year, I was welcomed by chalk messages on the walkways leading to Beamsdefer. To this day, students greet me with warmth and enthusiasm. Faculty share their energy and passion. Alumni offer me opinions and optimism. Trustees and volunteer leaders inspire me with their time, talent, and treasure. Community leaders invite me to envision new partnerships and collaborations. To all of you, thank you for supporting our university. In April, there was a little event called an inauguration when Judith and I were officially and ceremoniously inducted into the Morada family. The celebration was punctuated by tradition, pageantry, dancing, and singing. We are truly humbled by the outpouring of support, and our Ghanaian family and friends are still talking about it. They really appreciate the warm welcome they received. Thank you very much, Millersville University community. As we start this academic year, I can say without a doubt that our university is heading in the right direction. For the rest of our time together, I will share my reflections of the past year and outline our plans and priorities for the academic year and beyond. Last year, I promised to fill key vacancies and build the leadership team. We conducted 2 national searches. That brought us 2 excellent colleagues, and I made an additional appointment to my cabinet. Please give a warm welcome to Vice President of Advancement, Mr. Victor Ramos. Our Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Felicia Brown-Haywood. And our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Stephen DiFilippo. Once again, our enrollment numbers are strong. Approximately 1,350 freshmen and 500 transfer students joined us this semester. The average GPA of our freshman class is 3.43, and their average SAT is 1080. We welcomed 36 international students, our largest group ever, and our out-of-state enrollment for the incoming class was 9%. Although our overall retention rate of 77.5% ranks 3rd in PASHI, we can do better. Stronger retention and higher 4-year graduation rates are key goals for my leadership team, and I'm confident that we can make progress in both metrics. As promised during my remarks last year, I hosted almost 60 listening tours with faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of our institution. My goals were to gain valuable insights about our rich history, understand our culture, and also listen to your hopes and aspirations for our university. Also, during last year's address, I issued several challenges, and the outcomes have exceeded my expectations. More importantly, you reciprocated by challenging us to go even further this year. I know we will live up to that task. As I said in my opening day address, this will be a great year for us. Overall, last year was busy and productive for our faculty and staff. Your collective accomplishments are too numerous to mention. Please look for the full list of the highlights in the next issue of the President's monthly updates. However, I would like to highlight some of these accomplishments. Last year, I challenged our faculty to develop new academic programs and curricula that will enhance our students' skills so that they will be prepared to fill the gap between what the world needs today and what it will demand tomorrow. You met this challenge, and I'm grateful for your efforts. Collectively, our faculty created 8 new degree programs, and so far, the Office of the Chancellor has approved 3 of them. These can be seen on the slide behind me. The remaining 5 programs are pending approval by the Chancellor's office. We've never created this many programs in such a short time. I congratulate our faculty for their creativity and their diligence in shepherding these programs to fruition. Thank you very much for that. In addition, under the leadership of our provost's office, we launched the Tel School of Music last fall and the new College of Business in July of this year. This new college will enable us to recruit additional students and educate them to meet the workforce needs of our region and beyond. I would like to recognize the interim dean, Dr. Douglas Fraser, though he's here somewhere, and the faculty in the departments of management and marketing, Dr. Fraser, and accounting and finance, for making this vision a reality for our students. Recently, I hosted the inaugural meeting of the college's advisory board, which is mainly made up of our successful alumni who are committed to developing a top-notch college. Sustainability is rapidly becoming one of our signature identities. And I can't speak about sustainability without acknowledging our Lombardo Welcome Center. This building generates more energy than it consumes. And I hope in the future all buildings on campus will do the same. So what are we doing with the excess energy and utility rebates that are produced by this building? Well, we've created the Positive Energy Fund. This fund provides grants for our students to address some of the world's most challenging problems in our local community. The initial round of the grants were awarded last spring, and the projects will benefit Lancaster County. I can say without a doubt that our faculty and students are ready to make a regional impact by living out our epic values of public mission. Now let me talk about affordability. Making our high-quality education affordable and accessible to qualified students is one of my major goals. We are currently using several approaches to accomplish this goal. Last year, we made substantial progress in developing strategies to cut costs for our students, and I would like to share a few with you. First, Dining Services has started a new declining balance pricing plan that reduces the residential student dining cost by 14%. And for the first time in our history, Millersville will have a lower total cost of attendance compared to the previous year. Let me repeat this, because we are basically not doing what other schools are doing. We are going to create a situation where students will pay a lower total cost of attendance compared to the previous year. And that is historic, and we should all be proud of that. Second, we are making a Millersville education more affordable by using open education resource material, which is virtually free for our students. Our Center for Academic Excellence, in collaboration with the Open Education Resources Working Group, launched the Open Textbook Initiative, which saved our students over $250,000 this past year. Our goal is to continue doing that and to increase that savings for our students. Third, I'm committed to increasing the number of scholarships available to our students. During this past academic year, we added an additional 95 new scholarships. We awarded a total of $3.8 million in institutional and private scholarship and grants to our students. And our goal is to continue increasing that number. During last year's address, I pledged to work towards raising funds for scholarships. And over the past 12 months, I've been doing exactly that. From Lancaster to San Diego and many points in between, Judith and I have met with hundreds of alumni to share our story of access and excellence. I am confident that in the near future, you will see the results of these efforts. Last year, I challenged our Office of Alumni Engagement to begin tracking how we engage with our alumni. Together, we set a goal of 400 new contacts. Through events like our homecoming, the listening tours, and MU After Work, along with increased social media presence, we engaged 1,200 new alumni who have never engaged with our institution, 3 times what we aimed for. And kudos go to our advancement division. Talking about alumni, let me tell you about 2 very special Moraders that I met on one of my listening tours, Glenn and Louis Julius. Glenn graduated from Millersville in 1963, and Louis graduated in 1964. They are now happily retired from their teaching careers. When they heard about a listening tour session in Houston, Texas, they hopped in their car and made the 5-hour drive from their home in Arlington to attend this listening session. I had an opportunity to spend some time with them. They shared their affection for Millersville, the place where they met and fell in love. Both attributed their success of their careers to the education they received here. I was struck by the fact that they've been gone for a long time, but they were still typical Moraders, because even these many years after graduation, this place is near and dear to their hearts. That is the Morada spirit, and that is what we want to instill in our students for the future. In addition to friend-raising efforts like the listening tour, our advancement division is also involved in fundraising. Remember, our annual one-day give event took place in February with the theme of Give to What You Love. The event was very successful. We had fun while giving to what we love, our university. Who could forget the socks? I have mine on. I made sure that everyone who donated got some. Not only did we have fun together, but we also raised $130,000 in 14 hours. Not in 24 hours, in 14 hours. Stay tuned for information about our next one-day give event. It's going to happen sometime this spring. That brings me to our ongoing campaign, the Imagine the Possible campaign. I am glad to say that we've made significant progress in that area too. Our goal is to raise $32 million in private support by June 30th, 2020, to assist with 3 priority areas: scholarships, student learning experiences, and athletics. $10 million will be used to increase merit and need-based scholarships. $16 million will be used for student experiences. This will enable our students to participate in high-impact practices as part of their holistic education, what we promised them. Finally, $6 million will be used to establish championship experience for our student athletes to excel on the field as well as in the classroom. Allow me to share an example of why the success of the campaign is so crucial for Millersville's future. You know what? Better yet, I'll let Karam do that for me.
Together, we will imagine the possible. With the help of these scholarships, I was able to focus my attention on my academic career rather than on taking loans and focusing on debt. It allowed me to go into further research experiences at the graduate level. Coming from a low-income family, having some kind of financial support is very important to me, both to me and my family. It was my duty for my parents to go on to further education, to help provide for them and help repay the sacrifices that they have given me.
It says it all. Karam is only one of the many talented students who will benefit from our efforts. As of June 30 of this year, we've raised approximately $26 million, which is equivalent to 80% of our goal. During the next 9 months, I'm going to be on the road to persuade our alumni, friends, supporters, and anyone who will listen to me. And the goal is, I want us to reach our 32 million and beyond. Every dollar matters and plays a crucial role in the success of our students. Now let me talk about partnerships. This past year, we established several new partnerships. Locally, we were able to sign an agreement with Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology. We also signed an MOU with the Edward Via College of Osteopathic Medicine in Virginia to facilitate entrance to medical school for our students. At the global level, I visited some of our partners in China and explored opportunities for future collaborations. I was at the Chongqing Normal University, a consortium partner through the ASCU-sponsored program. We also signed 3 new agreements during this trip that's in China. We signed an MOU with Academic City College located in Ghana. During the trip to Ghana with trustee Jordan Harris, I signed MOUs with 2 universities, the University of Cape Coast, my alma mater, and the University of Winneba. All this was done in 1 day. It was fortuitous for us, and we took advantage of it. My thanks goes to Dr. Patrice Campbell and her team in the Office of International Programs and Services for all they do for us in global education. For our new colleagues who joined us, you will find out soon that we love to celebrate the success in the Morada family. And last year, we found many reasons to celebrate. In March, early March, we commemorated the 30th anniversary of establishing the President's Commission on the Status of Women. This commission is an important vehicle that promotes positive empowerment of women. I congratulate the commission on reaching this milestone. Later in March, we marked 100 years of women's intercollegiate athletics on our campus. We reflected on and honored the accomplishments of our female athletes. To give you an idea of the growth of this program, in 1964, there were only 4 sports for women in our university. And today, we have a dozen women's teams. Our rugby team is doing very well. Women's rugby is doing well. Keeping an eye on them. On May 17th, we honored our Morada family members who had achieved significant milestones in their service to our university. We paid special tribute to Dr. M.P.A. Schaefer of the English department for her 52 years of service to Millersville University. The best way for me to put it in context is that when she started working here, I was only 5 years old. The Morada Milestones recognition was part of our first ever all-employee barbecue, an event for faculty and staff to celebrate the end of the academic year. More than 500 employees attended, and by all accounts, everyone had fun. I certainly did, and I'm already looking forward to next May's event. One of the proudest moments in my role as president is when external organizations recognize the work of our students, faculty, and staff. And we earned many recognitions this past year. I would like to share a few with you. Each year, the PASHI Board of Governors selects the best overall student in the 14 university system to receive the Ali Zaidi Award for Academic Excellence. That is given to the top student in the entire system. Our own Morada, Erin Jones, was last year's recipient of this award. There's more. Erin got her Bachelor's of Arts degree in meteorology from Millersville, and she's now pursuing a PhD in the School of Meteorology at the University of Oklahoma. But let's put it in context. This award has been around for 19 years. There are 14 universities, and guess what? We've won it 5 times. It demonstrates that we have hardworking students who are being challenged and taught by outstanding faculty. But you know what? That's Daniel Wubah's view. Let's get the opinion of an alum. I want to share this with you. Recently, I received an email from Mr. William Overley, class of 77. And this is what he said, quote, "As an alumnus of the university, I feel I received an affordable, first-rate education. Many of my professors were themselves graduates of Harvard, Yale, MIT. Millersville University is a progressive, forward-looking institution which competes well with other respected colleges and universities nationwide." I didn't say that. This is an alum who graduated in 1977. It speaks for itself. We should be proud of that. And as you know, awards and recognitions are wonderful, but this kind of email, unsolicited, is priceless. And this is what keeps us coming back every day to the jobs that we do. We received 2 awards for sustainability. The International Living Future Institute recognized our Lombardo Welcome Center as the first zero-energy building in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And this is important because we are not a Research One university. We are not a largely endowed private university, but still, we have the distinction of being the university that won this award, that brought the first zero-energy building to the Commonwealth, and we should be proud of that. And we are one of only 4 post-secondary institutions nationally to receive the Green Ribbon School Award given by the U.S. Department of Education. For several years, we've participated in the It's On Us campaign to prevent sexual assault on campuses, promote bystander intervention, and improve survivor support. Last fall, we focused our second annual campaign on a pledge drive, which garnered 715 signatures. This accomplishment earned us the 3rd place nationally for the highest number of pledges. Our team was awarded an additional $30,000 grant from the state to continue what we are doing. March 9th was a red-letter day for 2 Morada athletes who were crowned individual national champions. Sunflower Green, you heard me talk about her last year. She successfully defended her NCAA Division II indoor championship in the shot put. But lightning struck twice that day. I remember I got that text from our director of athletics. He said, lightning may strike twice today. On the same day, Shane Ranke won the NCAA Division II championship in wrestling. And I will be remiss if I don't mention the men's soccer team, who won the PSAC conference. They have promised to defend this title and plan to bring greater accolades to our university. They told me that when they came to Tanga House for their dinner. I want to thank Coach Widdowson for doing such an excellent job. And for this academic year, our athletic teams are already off to a great start. For those of you who listened last night, our soccer team won, and our football team beat a team that beat us here last year. So we are off to a good start. We are proud of all our student athletes who represent the black and gold. We are also proud of our commitment to campus safety. In fact, we were ranked nationally, number 6 nationally. If you look at that ranking, we are the number 1 safest institution in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This ranking is the result of our commitment to safety and the hard work of our police department. And I know Chief Anders is somewhere here. Chief, would you please stand and get the recognition? Thank you. Thank you. Now let me talk about our faculty. Yes, our faculty. You are caring and committed, and you were productive in your disciplines last year. I draw your attention to the screen where a few of the recognitions that you brought to our campus are highlighted. Congratulations to Dr. Tim Mahoney, Mr. Michael Benevilla, Dr. Justin Garcia, and Dr. Gregory Sigworth. In addition to these awards, it seems you're off to a good start this year. Recently, we received several awards that went to our faculty members and their teams, and I would like to mention those. Dr. Alice Redke and her team from the School of Social Work. Dr. Tiffany Wright and her team in the Educational Foundations. Dr. Thomas Newville in the Integrated Studies Program. And finally, Dr. Sharon Brusick and the Integrative STEM Education Methods team. These examples are just the tip of the iceberg of our faculty scholarship. And I congratulate all our faculty who received awards and grants. You bring honor and acclaim to yourself, but also you bring it to our university. Thank you very much. As many of you know, I'm committed to the core values of our university, or what we Moraders call the EPIC values. And if you've heard me speak on campus this past year, you know that that is my favorite topic to talk about. These values are the heart of everything we do, and they guide our decisions and actions. From years of experience, I know that culture and values are far more important than goals we set and the tactics we employ. Goals can be reset and tactics can quickly change, but our values are our bedrock. And our community, it is our EPIC values that will guide us into our future. Before I share plans for this academic year, let me take a few minutes to highlight examples of how we live our values. Our values are not just written and sitting on the shelf or just on the walls. We live them. So let me give you just a few examples. Exploration. We place a high value on student-faculty research, scholarship, and collaboration. Our nanotechnology lab is an example of our commitment to exploration. This is a unique space where faculty and students collaborate on scholarly activities that are integrated into existing curricula. Professionalism. An example of a program that exhibits our professionalism is the BB&T Student Traineeship Program in partnership with SCORE Lancaster, Lebanon. About 125 students have participated in this program in the past 2 years, receiving hands-on professional experiences with local businesses and also an opportunity to be mentored by a retired executive. Public mission. Our mission requires us to respond to the emerging needs of our region. An exemplar of our public mission is the work being done by Dr. Mary Glazier and the Center for Public Scholarship and Social Change. With the support of a grant from the Spanish American Civic Association, they have developed programs in community-based research that will improve the quality of life in the city of Lancaster. Inclusion. Inclusion motivates us to create a campus environment where differences can be expressed and respectfully heard, and where every individual experiences a sense of belonging. An example is Dr. Kim Mahaffey, who has been recognized by Insight into Diversity magazine for the Latino Leadership Institute, an orientation and leadership program that is helping to close the achievement gap for our Latino students. And I want to take this opportunity to encourage you to add your voice to the Negating Hate digital quilt. This is unique to Millersville. This is something that we created. No other institution has the Negating Hate digital quilt. You can find a link to it on our homepage. When you scroll down about halfway, just click it and put your thoughts about how to negate hate in our community. We believe in it. Integrity. Our commitment to integrity is measured by action and responsibility, and it engenders a culture of trust. I am delighted to highlight the staff and volunteers of the Veterans Resource Center. We serve veterans as a military-friendly institution, and our resource center in Mercer House is an important part of our commitment to our student veterans. Compassion. Compassion moves our campus toward focusing on each learner and their unique potential to impact the public good. This is embedded in our mission, so it's very important to us. Let me read an email that I received last week from a parent that reflects compassion, unsolicited. Dear Dr. Wubah, I'm sending this note to express sincere gratitude for several members of your staff. My son is an incoming freshman and has a severe, threatening nut allergy. From the start of the process with learning services to the moment we drove off campus today, we've been impressed by your staff's involvement with our son. I will make sure I share our story with anyone I meet about what the university represents and how they approach the care of students. The praise should go to Dr. Bessick, Chef Logan, Laurie Sauder, and Julianne Brown. All played a critical role, and I thank them for that. Sincerely, a grateful parent. Please stand up. Dr. Bessick, Chef Logan, Laurie Sauder, and Julianne Brown. And let's give you a hand. This is what we are all about. Parents come to this campus and they leave with a peace of mind because they know we'll take care of their sons and daughters. So you may be wondering, will he continue talking about the epic values? Hey, I want you to guess. Because I believe in it, our staff and faculty believe in it, and we live it. And that is what will create a vibrant environment to take care of students. I believe that a campus that is deeply rooted in its core values will ultimately achieve the highest level of success and will be among the best places to work. That is what we want to be. We want to be a place where our employees wake up in the morning and say, I'm glad I'm going to work. And that's the only way we can do it. So now, our foundation is strong, our values are epic. But let me talk to you about plans for this coming year, the year in which we are. One of the keys to making this a great year is our community focus on building a vision that is inclusive, strategic, and dynamic. Currently, we have 3 initiatives that are underway. These 3 are integrated, and I want to share them with you. A reaffirmation of accreditation, a new strategic plan, and a new facilities master plan. Given these convergence in which we find ourselves, the best approach is to employ an integrated planning concept. I've instructed my team to integrate and build synergy across our planning efforts. This will enhance our ability to maximize efficiency, build strong buy-in from our campus, improve our decision-making process, and drive innovation. Now, let me share some details about each of this with you. First, we are in the midst of a self-study for our Middle States Commission on Higher Education re-accreditation. For the past year and a half, our teams have been working diligently on this project. I would like to thank the large group of dedicated faculty and staff who have spent countless hours crafting the self-study report. We look forward to celebrating a successful outcome in the spring semester. Second, our current strategic plan sunsets in June of next year. Charting a course for the next 5 years and beyond is not a small task. We've built an inclusive and engaging approach to this effort, what we call the All-University Council. The new council is comprised of 80 energetic members. They will make recommendations on our mission and vision statements, strategic directions, goals, and objectives. And I can't wait to see their first full report. Ultimately, our new strategic plan will be created with input from all members of our campus community. Implementation of this new plan will start July 1st of 2020. If you are a member of the All-University Council, kindly stand up to be recognized. Please stand up. As you can tell, we have a lot of members in our community who are serving on this committee. Third, our facilities management department is working on our next facilities master plan. This plan will guide our infrastructure investments over the next 10 years by aligning major renovations and new construction with the strategic plan. In the meantime, let's continue to enjoy our beautiful campus. And I would urge you to make your voice heard during the master plan process because we'll have open forums in November. And I would like you to participate in that process. I believe this integrated approach will be worthwhile, and it will make a difference for future generations of Moraders. In the midst of our major planning efforts, we will carry on several initiatives as we continue to build on the momentum of the past year. We are not going to wait. The planning is taking place, but we have enough to do. So we'll continue doing that. So how are we going to be doing this? First, we will focus our collective energy to improve the persistence and graduation of our students. Our student success and retention team will implement intentional strategies to support student success. Our overarching goal is to enhance and instill in our students a greater sense of academic and social belonging. These two elements are cited in the literature as important predictors of student success. During this academic year, we will use these 4 approaches to enhance student success. First, we're going to implement a more robust first-year scheduling. Second, we're going to launch our new college-based and advisement support model. Third, we're going to broaden and promote the benefits of mentoring through the newly created mentorship office. Fourth, we're going to roll out the Complete College America's 30 to Graduate initiative. We encourage students to take 30 credits a year and they can graduate in 4 years. Working together and across divisions, we can and we will improve our current retention and four-year graduation rates. That's our goal. Student affordability remains a top concern for our trustees, our legislators, and me. In my inauguration speech, I mentioned affordability as one of the three pillars of my presidency. Along with the tuition freeze from the Board of Governors, we've taken actions that will result in the lower cost of attendance at this university. Let me share a couple of these with you. The first one is our new partnership with OpenStax that will provide an opportunity to support faculty who adopt and use digital materials in order to decrease costs for our students. They will have to stop paying $150 for a book because they will get it in a dynamic way online. Also, our campus team will work closely with outside experts to identify and deploy new financial aid strategies that positively impact our students. In addition, we will work hard to obtain resources from external agencies and philanthropy. How are we going to do this, or what do we have in mind? First, of course, we're going to complete the Imagine the Possible campaign, and I'm going to be on the road a lot this year for good reason. But in addition to that, we're going to establish a new office of grants and contracts to enhance services to our faculty and students. I believe that assisting faculty to identify and submit proposals to funding agencies will pay dividends for us. These funds will augment institutional resources to support programs such as the Made in Millersville ceremony that we have every April. And this past year, it engaged 580 students who showcased their scholarship or creative work. We can't do better than that. We want to increase those numbers. We will strengthen existing partnerships and build new collaborations with our friends in business and industry. If we do that, it will enable us to build upon the work that we've started with the Clare Brothers and other companies at Rockleditz, Eurofins, LGH, Landis Communities, and the Lancaster STEM Alliance, just to name a few. If you are in any kind of industry in this area, know that I'll be visiting you soon. We're going to develop programs that will enhance enrollment and service to our region. That's our goal. These programs will be relevant to our local region. We can and we will invest our time and energy in pushing the boundaries of our impact across the region. We will do this not just because we are the largest institution and the best institution of higher education in the region, but because partnerships benefit our students and advance our core value of public mission. It's going to be a great year. I feel good about it. Last year, I spoke about how working together we can craft a shared vision for our institution. This year, it is safe to say that we've begun turning that vision into reality. Can we face the challenges confronting our institution, the state system, and higher education across the nation? My answer is a big yes, because I'm betting on the collective effort and wisdom of our community. I'm betting on us because I believe in us. But how will we do this? First, by holding the line on costs for our students and their families. Second, by supporting our students so that they graduate in a timely fashion with minimum debt. Third, by developing a strategic plan and the financial resources needed to build a brighter future for our university. And fourth, by making progress in our journey to become a campus known as a model for inclusive excellence. Students, I know there are some of you in here or you are watching online. Seeing you on campus every day invigorates me. You are the people for whom we are all working. It is because of what we see in you that we invest our time and energy to provide you with a world-class education and opportunities to assist you in achieving your personal and professional goals. Let me share a quick story about a student I met this morning. I normally leave home very early by 7 o'clock. I'm walking from Tonga House to Beamsdefa. Just before I was about to cross the bridge, I met this student called Brace. And I always stop to talk to students. It takes me longer to travel now that students are back, but I love it. So I stood there and I asked Brace, why are you going to class this early? He said, I wanted to get a head start. I said, why is that the case? Brace said, he's taking 18 credits this semester. And I said, Brace, are you a junior or senior? I said, no, I'm a freshman. That told me this is the caliber of students we have at Millersville. And it is our responsibility to provide them with all the opportunities they can to graduate on time with minimum debt. Brace, we are with you. Ingrained in our EPIC values are two characteristics that define the model community we are trying to build. So let me leave you with a couple of African proverbs that embody these attributes. Some of you may have heard me talk about it already. The first one is, sticks in the bundle are unbreakable. And the second one is, if you want to go quickly, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So to those of us assembled here and those joining us online, let me end my remarks with these thoughts. We can, and we will stay united to form an unbreakable bundle. We can, and we will go far this year because we have a spirit of cooperation and a spirit of inclusion at the Ville that binds us together. When we stick together and stay focused, we will make Millersville University the best university in this nation. Go Ville! Now that we've listened to this long diatribe, now let's go have fun together at the garden supper. They are ready for us. Thank you very much.